guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and much appreciated you guys coming by the channel to spend some time with me on it. I think you're really going to enjoy this video by the time it gets done, because we're going to be talking about fall topwater fishing, specifically the colors of lures that you need to use for fall topwater fishing. A lot of different stuff to cover here, a lot of ins and outs to it, a lot of variables, so we're going to go over that, give you guys a sort of a comprehensive overview in today's episode. And also, guys, if you're looking to buy some topwater lures to get stocked up for this fall's bass fishing topwater season, I'll put my Tackle Warehouse link in the description. They got everything you need as far as every type of topwater, especially a big selection of the walking topwaters. And using that link that I put in my description, that's a really good way to support intuitive angling if you guys are inclined to do so. Big thank you from me and my family for the people that have been doing that. Okay guys, fall is the best time for topwater fishing, especially a walking topwater plug. I don't think there's any other time of the year that is more productive than probably from about mid-September to maybe mid-November. That's the time frame. Basically, anytime your water temperatures are anywhere between upper 50s to somewhere in the 70s, it's going to be really good. And there's a lot to consider here when you're talking about a walking topwater, but as far as the color choices, because you got to consider your water clarity, your sky conditions, the wind, the species of bass you're fishing for. There's a lot of variables to that. The bait fish that the fish feed on in the lake. So I'm sort of going to give you guys sort of a foundational overview on how to choose your colors, maybe to make it where it's not quite so intimidating, because there's a lot of different color selections out there. So I've got 7 of them laid out here, guys. I got 7 of my favorite fall time topwater plugs. I'm going to talk about each one of them and sort of give you guys the conditions that I like them the best in today's video. First one, guys, I'll talk about one of my favorites right off the bat, just a black topwater. This is the Head & Super Spook here. Black, any type of a black walking topwater is a really good fall lure to use. Now, the conditions that I use these things, one thing that you have to realize is you can catch bass on any one of these colors at any time, but there's going to be certain colors that you definitely notice are more productive. So there's little bitty windows as far as condition windows that I want to cover in today's video. And for the black here, guys, this is what I consider more of a low light color. Not like a really low light color, not like raining or something. But let me give you the best scenario for a black topwater plug if you guys get out there. It's a day that you have not much wind, because you don't want much wind with a black topwater. And the best days for this is when you have those hazy sort of like, it's not cloudy out, but it's like, you know, when you got those cirrus clouds out there that sort of like cover the whole sky, and you have cloud cover that's covering most of the sky, but they're real thin clouds. It's almost like it's still bright out, but you still have some type of a cloud cover. That is when this black works. It's like it doesn't work that great if it's sunny out or even partly cloudy, where you can see like patches of blue. But if you get one of those days out there where you got that haze and the cirrus clouds that are covering everything, guys, this is a really, really good choice for it. This is one of my favorite fall time colors for sure, especially in the month of October. Okay, the next one is a color that gets thrown a lot, and it's not one of my favorites, but I catch some fish on it, but a lot of people love it, is a bone. Now, most people, I'm going to say, from the co-anglers I fish with and watching people, everybody loves the bone colored topwater. I don't, not so much, simply because a lot of people fish it. But a bone is a really good low light color. It's also really good early or late in the day. So if you're going to throw a bone, it's good to throw it like right off the bat in the morning or in the evening, maybe on some type of a cloudy, rainy day. And another place where bone works real good in is if you're covering vast open water. Let's say you're casting out over a big point, you're fan casting everywhere, or out over a big flat. A bone, since it is a fairly bright color, will attract fish from a long distance. Bone is also pretty good for smallmouth bass. Next one, guys, is sort of an oldie but a goodie. It's actually the biggest bass I ever caught on a walking topwater was on this one here. This is the Bullfrog pattern spook. This one I just showed you guys. This was the Megabass Diamante, if you're looking for a name of it. Real quick here, before we get on the next, I want to show you the difference between the Diamante and the Super Spook. These are the two topwaters, the two walking topwaters I use 95% of the time. And the Spook has a lot wider action, like that, side to side. The Diamante has a little bit narrower action. It doesn't wobble, it doesn't swing as hard side to side. So the Diamante is good for those fish that are in a little bit more aggressive feeding mood, because you can work it a little faster along the surface. So sometimes they want a narrow, sometimes they want a wide. You just have to experiment. Anyway, back to the Bullfrog, guys. Biggest bass I ever caught on a walking topwater in my life was at the Bassmaster Megabucks tournament back in, God, late 90s or something like that, Lake Murray. I caught one that weighed 8 pounds, 13 ounces on this exact Bullfrog spook right here. A Bullfrog spook is a great bait right off the bat in the morning because the Bullfrog has got that bright belly on it like that. So I throw the Bullfrog spook usually right off the bat, like the first 30 minutes I'm fishing, I'll go with the Bullfrog regardless of the conditions. If it's cloudy or whatever, Bullfrog's really good with that. And then the other time a Bullfrog works really good is when it's raining out. Actually, the Zare spook master of all time, Charlie Campbell, told me that. Charlie said that if you can't catch a fish in the rain on a Bullfrog spook, you can't ever catch a fish, period. So a Bullfrog is definitely worth having a few in your box for those rainy days, cloudy, early in the morning. Okay, the next one, guys, this is one of my favorites. This is the Megabass Diamante. This is called the Matte Shad. This is a really good clear water color. So it's sort of a translucent color. Actually, there's two I'm going to show you at the same time here. This is the Megabass Kasori Shad, and this is the Megabass Matte Shad. These are translucent, see-through topwater. So these are really good in tough fishing conditions with really clear water. So let's say, for example, you have a day where, there's not much wind, it's a bright sunny condition out, the water's clear, like you got water visibility of over 4 feet. Even in those clear water conditions, when the wind's not blowing in the fall time of the year, when that water temperature starts to get down in the 60s, they'll bite a walking topwater all day long, even if the sun's out, but you need the right color. So these are my two favorite colors, the Megabass Matte Shad and the Kasori Shad, sort of a clear, subtle, translucent, looks like a minnow or a bait fish, and sort of that subtle deal, it just attracts them under tough fishing conditions. The next one, guys, this is a chrome, guys. This is a chrome spook here. A chrome is a good choice on all you guys that have the blueback herring lake. So all you guys that fish like Lake Murray, Lake Hartwell, all that type of stuff that has a lot of blueback herring, you can't beat a chrome. And a chrome is also a good color if you have schooling fish in the area. So let's say, for example, you're out fishing a point, it's October, and you see some fish busting occasionally. A chrome is a really good color under that situation. But in my experience here, the times that I fish chrome are, herring lakes and that type of deal. Also a chrome, for whatever reason, if you got some fish that are under boat docks and you're working a spook or walking topwater around a dock, a chrome seems to get more bites around docks as well. And finally, guys, just an old favorite, you can't beat it, is the old Christmas tree spook. Guys, this color has been around for 50 years. This is a good all-around color as far as in all conditions. Christmas tree spook will catch fish when it's cloudy, rainy, sunny, whatever. Looks like a bait fish. It's got a little bit of a sparkle. And probably the best success I've had with the Christmas tree spook has been on lakes that have some type of grass. So if you're fishing like around grass beds or around grass edges, any type of lake that's got grass in it, they really like a Christmas tree spook. So anyway, that's my favorite, guys. Those are my 7 favorite colors for fall fishing. Again, I'll link all these on my description of the video where you can get the walking topwaters, and just get out there and throw them. And the thing about fall fishing with a walking topwater in the fall is you can catch them on it all day long. So don't put it down after you've thrown it an hour. Just keep it in your hand. And when you get one of those days, guys, here's the perfect scenario. If you get a day where the water temperature's in the 60s and it's cloudy and you don't have much wind, light wind, it's dark out, it's like overcast conditions, not much wind, you got water visibility that's 4 feet or greater, and you have a mixed species lake, like a lake that's got smallmouth, spotted bass, and largemouth, you put one of these walking topwaters on and do not take it out of your hand because you'll get bit all day long on it. So hope it helps out. We'll talk later.